rights. Now, 16 remains of South African political activists who migrated and later died and were buried in Zimbabwe have been handed over to their government. The bodies were exhumed from Warren Park Cemetery in Harare and Atland Cemetery in Bulawayo. ZTN Prime correspondent Sitachiswe Gwaza visited the ceremony in Harare.
The freedom fighters had sought shelter in Zimbabwe during the apartheid era. They were part of a smaller group of veterans who participated in South Africa's battle to dislodge apartheid. Most lost their lives in exile and were never accorded a decent burial in their homeland, South Africa. Zimbabwe Secretary for Home Affairs Ambassador Rafael Faranisi said Harare remains keen to assist Pretoria in identifying and repatriating all its nationals interred in Zimbabwe.
As government of the Republic of Zimbabwe, we remain committed to assist South Africa in identifying and repatriating all those who are interred in Zimbabwe. It is our moral, political, brotherly and sisterly duty to do that. This repatriation, which is part of the Resistance and Liberation Heritage Route Project, symbolizes our united stance against oppression.
The exhumation and repatriation process marks a significant chapter in South Africa's liberation history. This year marks 30 years after the Southern African country attained independence. South Africa's Land Reform and Rural Development Minister Mzwanele Nyoso expressed gratitude for Zimbabwe's helping hand.
We can never forget various forms of support that our freedom fighters received from this land. They received material, military and spiritual support. The graves that dot the territory of Zimbabwe is a living archive and testament to this support. The support our heroes and heroines received was because of the great human solidarity which the government of Zimbabwe and its people had towards those who needed bases from which to continue the fight against white minority regimes.
Earlier today, Zimbabwe and South Africa held a send-off ceremony for the remains at the Museum of Human Sciences in Harare. Zimbabwe's ruling party, ZANU-PF, believes the move should be celebrated by both countries' liberation movements.
What has happened today, the ceremony, to me has clearly demonstrated how much the people of South Africa appreciate the sacrifices of those young people, brave young people, who made it to fight against the people's enemy of South Africa and Zimbabwe.
The 16 veterans would have loved to return home alive and enjoy the fruits of their toil. But as fate would have it, they could not. Today, that wish has been fulfilled, albeit posthumously. They fly back home to rest on the land they sacrificed so much for. One hopes that these efforts will bring closure to the fallen heroes' families. For ZTN Prime, I am Sitachiswe Gwaza.
News Plus will be back shortly. Stay with us.